What's up everyone, it's Rooslugs here, and I wanted to do a quick tutorial about how to kill the first quest bosses in Legend of Zelda. We'll just go through all 9 of them and kind of discuss simple strategies and main takeaways with how to approach them depending on your situation or your health. And hopefully this will help everyone get through these bosses without worry, especially when it gets intense. So let's start out here. Got a handy little save state set up here. Alright, first up we got our Manhandla boss. And before I get into it, let me note that there is a dancing arrow on the screen. One is on Link, and one is distant from Link. This is our target visualizer, where enemies will be targeting. The arrow that appears away from Link is considered anti-Link, and then there's Link himself. And so enemies kind of alternate their target between these 2 points, and you'll see how bosses target Link and react to him depending on his position in the room. So first things first, go up here and you bomb on this tile. You could bomb as aggressively as you want, like on the line there, or optimally on the line right there. All those open the wall. But for the purposes here, we're just going to bomb here, and we'll see what spawn we get. So this is top route spawn, which means he spawns on the right. And what your goal is in general for Manhandla is, right now we don't have a count at all. So usually you might have a count of a couple in here, or maybe even a big count of 9. In either case, you're wanting to leave the level with a bomb pack. And the way you do that is by, instead of bombing directly in the center of Manhandla, you bomb kind of next to Manhandla and bait Manhandla into the bomb. And what that does is it deals a damage per frame that the bomb is in contact with Manhandla before killing it. And in doing so, you can build your bomb counter to 10 or higher and then force a bomb. So in general, Manhandla kind of moves around whimsically, kind of to the middle, away, in circles, kind of loopy in nature. And in this position, it's best to attack Manhandla in such a way that you want to drop a bomb in the middle of the room, let's say the middle third, and you want to do so when Manhandla is moving towards the middle. And because we have our anti-Link target on, it's hard to see in this background, but you're wanting to basically move Link's position after you bomb into the bomb, or through the bomb. So when Manhandla moves to strike the bomb, Manhandla will roll into it. So first condition is find a spot when Manhandla is moving toward the middle. Second is place a bomb kind of between yourself and the middle of the room. So here's an example. He's going this way. Perfect. Let's try a couple more times. I'll probably fail. But you can go in, you can scout the room with a select pause buffer if you want to, just to get a feel on Manhandla. Build the room. And if you miss, kind of keep the similar strategy. Try to get Manhandla toward the center of the room and bomb. If you bomb when Manhandla is moving away from the center, you're likely to have some weird ricocheting effects, which sometimes that can work. That's more of an advanced strategy. But in general, you're wanting Manhandla to be moving toward the middle of the room, or at least toward you. But with the middle of the room, you have the most play to work with here. You really don't want to sword fight Manhandla. If you start to kill some of the arms like this, Manhandla can speed up, sometimes too fast. But we're still getting our bomb force. Of note, if you look up in the HUD, the black area above the gameplay screen, the counter that you're most interested in, and let's go back to the game, is there's 3 sets of zeros above the sword. And the one of them in the middle is next to a rupee icon, and what that shows is how many consecutive kills you have. So we have 3, we have 6, and let's see what happens when we do some damage to Manhandla. We'll try to miss some bombs. So we completely missed there. Trying to get a little bit. So that's a 7. And remember, 10th enemy has the bomb, so we have a 0 because we got hit. So in any case where you get hit, you're going to have to roll Manhandla even more to get to that 10. We ran out of bombs, which is fine. But that's kind of a way for you to see how much rolling you've done on Manhandla if you don't produce a bomb drop. You can see how close you are right there. We're at an A. A means we have a bomb force stored, because it's more than 10. And we lost it. We just got 1 with that kill, which is no surprise. When Manhandla has 1 arm left, you're likely to not roll it. You have better opportunity when it has 3 or 4 arms. So let's just do a couple more kills and move on to Gleeok in level 4. See, kind of pincered myself. At this point, you're just trying to get out. You got 2 kills with that rolling right there. Just interesting anecdote to see if you can get a feel for what you've done. We bombed Manhandla squarely and got 5 on that one, which is fine. You can deal with that in the overworld, but the goal is to leave with bombs. So we'll probably do 3 more and then we'll move on. That time we rolled exactly 16, very unlucky. We forced a fairy, which is possible, but exactly 16 is kind of unlikely. Getting hit. Look, we have 2-2 on our fairy counter. That means that we hit this guy a lot. A lot. Wow. Alright, we'll get 1 more and we'll be done. Beautiful. So that's Manhandla. Wait till Manhandla's moving to the center of the room, a bomb in the center of the room, and walk in such a way that you're walking away from the bomb and Manhandla will be baited through the bomb toward you. Alright, Gleeok. So Gleeok takes 16 hits to kill with the wood sword. 10 for the first head, 6 for the second head after the first head flies off. Simple strategy here, if you have beam sword, very amateur and safe, would be to just watch to see a fireball come on the screen, dodge it, and shoot it with a beam. You can do it relatively quickly here. It's safe. You can get a couple shots in. And it took me, 23 seconds to do that. Let's try to do a faster beam kill if we can. Just pure beams. Missing a couple. That was 19. But I've been asked, like, how do you do it? If I have beams, I actually won't use them all, but I'll use them to get the first or second shot off. Walk in, get 2 shots per strafe here. Go back to the left side, it's like you're eating a cob of corn, kind of. What's up, Kale? How you doing, bud? You go in, you shoot, go down a half tile, shoot again. That's 2 hits. Just kind of work left to right. Like you're eating a corn cob. You can hit Gleeok every half second due to iframes. The goal here is just to realize that as long as there's a bubble on screen, or a fireball, Gleeok's not going to shoot another one. But important to note that there's several speeds with which Gleeok can shoot fireballs. There's like a fast, medium, and slow. And so it kind of cycles through those in a way. Look how quickly we got the 10 kills on that one the first time. I'm just giving some examples here, just kind of thoughtless examples, just so you can see how I might approach it. 2 stabs each time. Got gridded there, so we're kind of low on health. Start on the left again. In survival mode, take the fireball, get 2 stabs per cycle, and out. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, Kale. So important to note is that the fireballs do 1 heart of damage, and the redhead, once it flies off, also does a heart of damage. But if you're in kind of close proximity to the kill and low on health, you can actually run into these heads, and they do 3/8 of a heart of damage. So they'll kill you, but it's definitely a better bet to hit these than to hit the fireball or the redhead. So if you're going to take damage, try to take damage to those heads. Do a couple more. But if you're not using beam strats, the general idea is to get 2 hits in there. Kind of work left to right. Just strafe a little bit each time between your stabs. Fight from the right or the bottom, typically. Doing so gives you better access to the hitbox, because the sword hitbox, when you hit it, it's actually a little bit up and left of like where it looks like it is, whereas the head hitbox is kind of the opposite. So you can actually hit Gleeok from pretty far away. Like, that's a little too far, but that hit, I'm not even stabbing the head. You can be a little bit far to the right and still get good damage on the Gleeok. So that makes bottom or right a lot more effective when it comes to fighting the thing, because you can just take advantage of the distance of the hitboxes. So 6 hits, 8, 10. 16. You can get more aggressive as you get on. Just keep in mind, every time you have a heart refill at the end of the level, it costs you about 0.71 seconds. So if you're going to take damage, just make sure it's worth it. Gleeok does drop hearts and fairies occasionally, so you can re-heal a little bit, potentially, but this is definitely one of the gatekeepers to players who are switching from 2 first runs. That was a good kill, 16 seconds. Just being able to kill Gleeok effectively and quickly, this you have to fight twice as long and with a bit less health, because I think on 2 first you'd have, what, 7 hearts? Some people have blue ring, so this is half health, half offense. Last thing I want to show you is that you see how I have a bomb in my inventory. Some players will use this opportunity to force bombs if they're low. So I have 9 hits on Gleeok. In order to force a bomb force, you can't get hit for the duration of the fight from here on out. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to wait till there's a fireball going kind of a long ways. I'm going to bomb one of the heads and stab it. Doing so, the head that splits off is going to take damage from the bomb, and it's going to roll up a bomb force. And so as long as we finish the fight with that kind of scenario without getting hit, we'll force a bomb. Let's try to do it. We got hit. We'll try to do it a couple times. It's kind of hard from a weird positioning like that. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's fine. Roll them good. Bomb Force. So that's just another tool to have in your back pocket if you need bombs from a Gleeok. No different from the 4-header in level 8. We'll fight that one too, but because you have the Master Sword, it's actually a quicker fight. There's only 9 hits you gotta deal, as opposed to 16 here. So that's our friend Gleeok. Let's go to level 1. So in level 1, we're going to grab this key. We're just going to talk real quick. When you're going into this room, you want to be holding up right diagonal as you enter. Because your goal is to get to right here. This is the decision point. If Gleeok goes left, you'll bomb there. If Gleeok goes right, you'll bomb to the right by its feet. And then you'll stab twice. Two bombs straight up when he went right. It missed. I just wanted to demonstrate that. Your decision point is right where you turn up. And you're done. This is a pretty easy boss if you have a bomb. And then we'll show a bombless strategy at the end. So it goes left, bomb, stab. 5 1/3 seconds basically. All that room took. Hold upright diagonal. Goes left. A little slower because we got hit. But easy fight, safe fight. Do a couple more. But this is the general premise. Get to this spot, bomb up, stab twice, and go. Alright, let's melee fight, assuming we're not using bombs. Similar strategy, you want to get to the same spot and just stab from below. Dodge if you need to. I didn't see the time on that one, but Aquamentus gives a pretty good indicator when he's gonna fire fireballs. And all you gotta do is get out of there, get out of the way basically. So that was 3 additional seconds it took to do melee fighting. Bombs take 48 frames to detonate. Swords take 13 frames to stab. And do 1 damage, whereas bombs do 4. And you could also, while the 48 frames is expiring for the bomb, you can spam 3 swords. See? We got 3 swords in there. And that's just important to note. So that's why we're doing this. Bomb, stab, stab is the cadence if you're gonna use a bomb. And I'd recommend it. It saves good time. I don't know what else to say with Aquamentus. Pretty good boss to fight with. Let's go to level 5. Alright. So this is on Blue Candle. So what's going to happen is you're going to have Digdogger right there. I gave myself 1 bomb. So it's kind of hard to talk through while I'm playing. Let's pause though. So I have 1 bomb, so that means when I release the bomb, my menu's going to go to Recorder, which is how you access basically the eye of Digdogger. So you're going to hit your bomb kind of above the center of Digdogger. You're going to hit B again. It's going to blow the Recorder, and as you're blowing the Recorder, hit A, and it's kind of spam A, because as the Recorder ends, you'll actually be able to stack damage from the sword as the bomb goes off. So it'll only take hopefully 3 additional hits after that to kill the thing. Not bad. Another thing is bomb placement. So let's do, if I place a bomb on that, it only actually damages these 4 tiles. If I place a bomb right there, it's going to damage a 2x3 area. So these 6 tiles. But if you place a bomb on the full tile like that, it actually damages a 3x3, with the bomb being the center of that 3x3. So you want to place a bomb on a full tile if you can. It'll maximize the damage. So right there's fine. It doesn't have to be in the dead center, but like clearly in the center of the tile, and you'll get a 3x3 spray of damage from that bomb. You want to use that as often as you can. And often Digdogger kind of funnels to the door. So if you're dropping a bomb, you just kind of attack it as it comes up. We're in good position here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't stack that time, so the first one didn't actually hit. But this is a pretty easy fight if you're doing blue candle. Gets away from you, just take your time. Use ricochets to attack it, because it'll bounce off the wall and kind of come backwards. But generally speaking, you just want to trap it. So we lost 4 seconds doing that kind of chase around. So it's definitely time cost if you don't get that thing to move up and kill it quickly. Do a couple more. I don't know if there's any real details to go over here. The other opportunity is if you're doing red candle, you can, or other routes, you can get a spawn like in this position where Link's at. And in this case, you just gotta be careful. We talked about hitbox skew. It's kind of hard to access the broken out piece once you blow the recorder from the bottom or from the right. You really want to be above or left of Digdogger when you're attacking it, just as best practice. Makes it a lot easier to access the thing. When it splits off, being below it's just fine because it's got a lot smaller shape to it. Alright, that's that guy. Let's go to level 2. This is our buddy Dodongo. So let's kind of show you how most people fight Dodongo. Go up, 2 bombs, stabby, click the bomb, and you're out. That's fine. 8.5 seconds, and I kind of messed it up. Let's see what if I don't mess it up, how fast it is. Still messed it up, but let's say it's 7 seconds. The reason it takes so long is because there's this animation after you drop the first bomb. See how it kind of explodes? So 7.5 seconds is about best case scenario there. But we know that if you put a bomb below Digdogger on the half tile below it, you can smoke it. Let's see how much time that saves if we can do it successfully. We missed it. It'd be a little lower than that to smoke. So you get a troll dongo every now and again. But 2 in a row. Alright, let's change the RNG. Alright, sometimes you get the guy that just starts wandering. Alright, let's do 3 stabs. 1, 2, 3. See what RNG that gives us. Too high, Roo. 1, 2, 3. That's good RNG. Just gotta be a little lower on the bomb placement. So that saves us a full second by smoking it, because you don't have that explosion animation. Alright, we'll do 3 stabs again. That seemed to work. So, 2 ways to fight Digdogger. You got this way, kind of the old school way. 7.5 second fight. slightly advanced would be smoking. You can save yourself a second if the RNG is good. The funny thing about bombs is that their hitbox is really small. You can stab laterally to pick it up. You actually don't have to stab up into it to pick it up. Just kind of a side note. That's bad RNG, so 1, 2, 3. In this case. Save yourself about a second to 3/4 to a second. That's Dodongo. You really want to get a bomb off that guy. Last thing I'll note is if your fairy counter is at 16 in this room, and we can demonstrate that. So if you have a fairy counter of this, beware. Oops. I'm not sure how to get it. Basically, if you force a fairy on the last enemy in this room, I don't know how to do it within Buffet, but if you force a fairy on the last enemy in this room, get hit before you fight Dodongo, and you'll just do a quick of that, or else you get a fairy from it. So that's just one anecdote. If you're getting a fairy here as the last kill, when you go to fight the thing, just take a quick bop, and then you'll get your bomb force. Otherwise, it'll be overwritten by a fairy. That can happen in runs and really screw you over. So, let's make our way to level 7. This is Aquamentus. So in this room, what happens is you start over here, and there's Gurias. So what you want to do, the Gurias are typically on the right side. Let's see if we can change our spawn counter and reset the room. And then we're going to change our spawn counter. Let's change it to 7. And then we want to reset the room. Or if we can just get in the staircase. So in this case, you're going to have to push. Get over. That's a bad spawn set. I'm going to go down here, and you basically want to bomb here to open the wall. Doing whatever you need to do that. Same premise here, you got to walk this way, stab, bomb, stab, collect. We're going to reset the level. I do it for, you could do bomb, stab, stab if you want to, but the challenge is with that is the distance you have to travel to get to Aquamentus. You could be in fireball range, so you basically just have to read that, like, what's the odds that I'm gonna get fireballed by this guy, and that's gonna determine your course of action. Watch, you can walk through. Yeah, it worked that time. So you can do either. The goal is just to make sure that you're not going to get fireballed before you kill Aquamentus. Stab, bomb, stab takes 61 frames. Bomb, stab, stab takes 48. So it depends on what you have time for. What's going to be safe. Because if you can't get that last stab off of after placing the bomb, then it makes more sense to kind of do it in the opposite order. But this guy's, yeah, exactly. positioning's a thing. Like when you're fighting the 1-on-1, you're fighting from down here, and he's right here. So you're 2 tiles away when you're engaging it. Whereas in this case, what are we, like 10 tiles away that we have to travel to get there? So it just kind of depends on your positioning. This one, you have to deal with the fireball, whereas in the level 1-on-1, you go right here, and the fireball's already past you, and he's dead before he shoots another. So, in either case, bombing is nice. If you don't have bombs, we could do sword combat. We'll show that real quick. Whoops. Buffet's not hard, but I make it hard. Alright. So you walk past the first set of fireballs. Kind of tricky, I guess. I don't think the odds of dying to Manhandla or to Aquamentus 7 are very high, or it being a major problem. But bombing saves a second, probably. Because in this case, maybe even more, because you could bomb, stab, stab, collect the heart, and then come back, whereas in 1, the heart's already right here. So there's some walking you're saving. So bomb if you can. If you can't bomb, like if you only have 1 bomb left, I would not bomb Aquamentus. Sword fighting Aquamentus would be optimal, because keeping a bomb for 6, which is where we're going next, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So that's it for that guy, I think. Go level 6. Alright. We'll start from this side. So, Gohma's the first enemy in the game, boss-wise, that we come into that we need a different weapon to kill than we're already having equipped. And it's kind of a rare thing, but it's important. All bosses can nanophone, exactly. You can use your menuing to the sub-weapon that you're going to kill it with as a chance to read the pattern. In Gohma's case, there's 3 patterns: left, center, or right. It's a different Wizrobe pattern. But we're going to go in, we're going to menu. So he's coming down, free shot. Bam. All day. Let's give ourselves some keys. We'll reset the level a couple times. Give ourselves the magical key, why not? But we're using this opportunity of menuing. You might already have the arrows equipped from using them in Magical Breakfast 2 or the Fire Room to pick up a drop or whatever. But assuming you don't, it's a big advantage to be able to guarantee you know where you're going without having to react. Where's it at? Reset level. So we'll show it a couple ways. Going right, menu to arrows, pick them off, easy. If you come in and you see them start to go right, you might have walked too far, you get stuck by this block, you might, not gauge your distance correctly. But basically you're shooting from this position, you're shooting from this position, or you're shooting from this position. So block, center, block. Those are your 3 kill spots, most likely. And you just want to make sure that you have everything you need to do that. And if you're not able to visualize or see where Gohma's going to be, then it might be tricky to do so. How do we do this? So if we come in, gotta go left. So I guess it's even maybe within the blocks if you're quick. The right one, because of hitbox skew, you gotta be a little farther right. Remember we said that hitbox skews to the left a little bit. So we killed Gohma from here, but that same kill might be here on a right-moving Gohma, just because you gotta get ahead of the hitbox. Let's try it again. Yeah. So your spots are gonna be here, here, or here for the kill. Just read it properly. One shot to the eye, you win every time. Center, right, left. Probably slightly more optimal would be moving up farther if you could read it, but I think you'll get a quicker kill, more consistent kill if you can just shoot from your spots. Bam, bam, bam. That's Gohma. Not a whole lot to think about there. If you can, use the menu buffer. If you can't use the menu buffer because you're already on it, then don't sweat it and just read it. You can even pause. You know, pause buffer is a thing. You still have that at your disposal. If you don't have the menu and you're uncomfortable fighting Gohma, you can just do a quick pause buffer. Going down, game on. So, that's our little buddy in level 6, Gohma. Level 8. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little bit better sword. And we'll fill up our health. Alright. So in this room, we're going to come out of the staircase. So we'll get to the staircase. Whatever damage we take, who cares? You probably won't have full health with Gleeok anyway. That's the point of this tutorial. That's probably better than average. So bomb up, stab through the bunnies if you can. And similar strategy with the level 4 one. We're not going to have beams, but what's going to happen, because you're below Gleeok, there's a shorter distance to start. So you're going to get a fireball coming down at you quickly. And so what you're going to want to do is basically dodge that fireball and get a couple stabs in. And if you get too many stabs in, what will happen is you'll get blasted where you're at, because it's going to target you like frequently like that. So you kind of have to be vigilant about that. So you might just want to go in. Just your game plan is going to bait the fireball. Go left, right. Kind of corn cob again. That was damageless. Not bad. Another strategy people do for fighting Gleeok is they actually, once they get like 5 hits in, they'll go behind the right head and stab down. Go like up here. Because you basically get pinned against this block as you're stabbing. If you have health to support it, this is probably the better way to do it. Every time you stab, you're going to hit Gleeok because the fireballs are going to blast you directly back into this block. In this case, I'm not holding anything on my D-pad. I'm only spamming A. And that's a good way to take out Gleeok if you have a little health at the end of the fight. Try it a couple more times, but this is an easier fight because you have a better weapon. Go up here. Pretty safe fight from up there. Otherwise, you're kind of running around trying to dodge the fireballs, which, as our health gets lower here, may have to do. But that's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Now we're starting to get low on health just by fighting it multiple times. But we've killed it, what, like 4 or 5 times now on a bar of health? Not bad. As you get lower, you just gotta get better at dodging fireballs. You could, you know, lean back on the strats we learned in 4. pause buffer if you need to. You can really get a good read on things. We're refilling our health fighting Gleeok. It's beautiful. Alright, last bomb. So I don't know what to say. If you have good health, you know, get right here after you get a head or two off and just spam. You'll hit Gleeok every time. Even a little bit farther to the left is fine, but you're getting pushed against this block basically. Otherwise, if you're on low health, you just want to use the fireball strategies we learned in 4, where you can just kind of pick it apart left to right. Alright, last but not least, Patra 3 and Gannon. It's hard to see in some spots, Fistbit. Maybe if it had like an outline around it, is there a way to get like a black outline around it? I think that would be optimal, but that's just me. So let's fix our health. That's probably generous. Patra 3. You see people doing fast Patra a lot. They get right here and they just spam A. Problem with that is it's not necessarily a lot faster than fighting it from the left side. So fast Patra is really only worth it if you have a lot of health A, B, you've practiced it, and C, like you need that extra, let's say 1 second that it can provide you. If not, if you don't fit those criteria, I don't really recommend fast Patra for anyone. It just doesn't save enough time. So you go left, you just want to be on the left side of it and spam as fast as you can your sword. You can fire it 4 times a second because, you know, back to the game. Yeah, blue could work, because you probably don't need it for Dodongo, presumably. Ooh, check us out. What's this? Secret stair? Haha. Interesting. Get the left side of it. If you get pinched on the left, just defend yourself and go down. Otherwise, just get as close as you can. And attack it from close range. So walk up, walk left. Start spamming that sword. Get inside the hitbox if you can. If you have some health to spare, use it to get closer and riskier. The 14 seconds that we're doing right now is a little slow. We'd like to be faster than that. Eleven's a little better. Ten's where you want to be. Yeah, 938. That's great. What can happen is if Patra goes left, that's the biggest threat probably. I don't think this fight's that hard. I'm not sure exactly what struggles people have with Patra 3. Probably just nerves are the biggest struggle. I don't have nerves right now, I'm just playing. But you just want to get as close as you can to the orbitals. Just attack them constantly. For the last kill, you kind of want to attack the orbital as it's passing the head, because then you could stack damage on the head, save yourself a swing. But other than that, just stay close. You can set up a hippo fairy if you're really scared here by killing 7 enemies before entering Patra. You can just kill 7 keys or Zol, like, and Wizrobe or whatever, but 7 enemies, and if you kill the fight cleanly, you'll force a fairy before Gannon. So just some visuals of killing Patra 3. Alright. Do one more time, then we'll show you the pig. I'm not sure if we have the right spawns on for the pig, so if not, then I'll have to adjust them real quick. Alright, Gannon should be top left. He is. Alright. So, Gannon. We'll go in and we'll discuss it. Scripted fight. So, where we're at now, we're preparing ourselves to walk left and up. I prefer going left a tile and a half. So the first full tile that's visible to the left of Link. Then up to the tile directly below Gannon's shoe that you can see, and stab up. There's a chance you'll get a fireball, you'll have to dodge there, but in any case, that's the spot I like to get to. And then you can go down and you can try to stab Gannon on the left. Let me pull up an image real quick though. An image that'll help us decode this problem. And perhaps if someone's a better expert at this than I am, they can share. Let's park this here. So these are different poses that Gannon can do. And these are named by our good buddy Unos. But we have Light Burns, Red Light, the Crane on the left, and Hyrule Driver, Bushwhack, and Can Opener on the right. So currently we see the Light Burns. He's kind of scratching his face a little bit. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to read the pattern that you see when you enter the room. And then you're going to want to read the pattern that you see when you stab Gannon. If the patterns that you see are on the same column as are shown in this image, then you'll have left. If they oppose, then you'll have right, I believe. But let's test it. Right now we have Light Burns. We have Light Burns again. So we got our hits. And I lost Stunlock because I wasn't paying attention. But let's try it again. This is how you know where Gannon's going to be. Got Light Burns again. Left side. This time we have the Hyrule Driver, so we're probably going to be able to go over here. Oh, no, I just started doing this fight, Fistbit, so I haven't done it yet. Got a left side pattern. So I think what happens actually is you want to compare Yeah, that's fine. Am I right in explaining it though, Fistbit? You compare the pig on entry to the pig after the first stab. Oh, pig on second stab, got it. So, I guess the opening pose is irrelevant. Yeah, we're not going to teach the money shot. We're just teaching how to survive. If you follow this script, this little dance we're going to do here, go up, stab, check, stun lock. Missed it, stab in the center. You'll never lose the fight. You won't have to learn any other techniques, really, unless you want optimizations. But for safety, the left tile in half, stab up, stab. Just dance around those fireballs. Gannon will always be in those two spots to attack. I'll do another more advanced strat video for Gannon, but check, miss, check, he's dead. There's really no other strats you need to learn in this room, like how to fix bad fights, I guess. In my opinion, just don't have a bad fight. Because it's very deterministic. Just showed a couple more times. If you follow this dance, you will win. The reason we're going up-down right here is we're trying to bait the fireball. Once you see the fireball coming, just go to the other row that you could be on, and you're good. So we took 2 fireball hits there, 2 health gone. You may need to learn how to dodge those in those tight situations. And this video kind of suggests to you the timing that you have to dodge those fireballs. It's not very long, but as long as you get back on track as far as your positioning when you're dodging, you're good. So I usually have my arrows equipped at this point, just because I use them in the staircase or to clip prior. We want the bow, we want the second arrow. The only nuance here, I guess, is just how to stab Gannon. It's the only advice I'd give. Is take your hand off the D-pad when you're going to fire an arrow, because if you do like that, you can walk into the pig, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to spoil a good run by dying to Gannon after you fry him. Hand off the D-pad, shoot. You can get pretty close to Gannon, but realize that Gannon's hitbox is about, you know, you saw Gannon's shape where he was at. Gannon's hitbox is about what the Triforce looks like. And after you kill Gannon, you want to collect this as it's spawning. So right here is a good example of how to do it badly. If we go 1 pixel down, we would have gotten it. So you always want to get yourself after you shoot the arrow and confirm the kill. Like, get inside Gannon's hitbox and collect that Triforce. Save yourself some time. So I don't know. Hopefully this helped kill some frustration with some of the bosses in the game. Just having a good way to approach them makes them a lot more palatable and enjoyable. And you won't die to your bosses. You'll die in other spots. But just good luck and have fun out there. Cheers.